Hello viewers, welcome to Utisa Mathematics. I am on the series, the 7 building blocks of mathematics. This is the final block, quadratic equation. Let's look at some of the basics. Any equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are constant, and this a must not be equal to 0. It's called quadratic equation. It's quadratic because the highest degree or the power of the variable of concern is 2. Now in solving this equation, you are always going to get two solutions. And the solution of quadratic equation is called the root. So when you are asked to find the root of quadratic equation, it simply means just solve it. Because the degree is 2, you are always going to get two solutions or two values. Now, how do we solve quadratic equation? There are a number of ways of solving quadratic equation. One, method of factorization. And we'll be looking at completing of square and quadratic formula, in which we always say almighty formula. So we'll be looking at that almighty formula. There is another way, but I will capture it later on. Graphical method. Yes, graphical method. So as the name implies, we'll be using graphs. So later on, we'll be considering this method. So we'll be looking at these first three methods. Let's take them one by one. Method of factorization. For method of factorization, we use the principle that if AB is equal to 0, then we can say A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. Example, x minus 2 times x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we say x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then we solve for x in each case. So when x minus 2 is equal to 0, it implies that x is equal to, and here x will be equal to, send the 1 to the other side, minus 1. So that is the principle that we are going to use. Let's look at other examples. Solve the following quadratic equation. First one is 2x squared minus 5x is equal to 0. Remember, we are using factorization method, which means that we factorize and then use that principle that we just talked about. So how do we factorize? A care must be taken here. So 2x squared minus 5x is equal to 0. To use factorization, we have x squared here, x here. So to factorize, we bring 1x out to be left with 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. This implies that, to the same principle, x will be equal to 0 or 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. And we solve for x in each case. So with this implies that 2x is equal to 5. Divide both sides by 2. So your x is equal to 5 on x. So therefore x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 5 on 2 is the same as 2 number. Now, care must be taken. Most of the time, students make mistake by saying 2x squared is equal to 5x. Divide both sides by 2x. At the end of the day, they are going to get x is equal to 5 on 2. Remember, we are dealing with quadratic equation. This method, when you use this, you don't get a full mark. You are supposed to get two solutions. So care must be taken. Let's look at the next one. we have x squared minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. So as we are using method of factorization, we factorize first. So coefficient here is 1 times minus 6. So factors of minus 6, when you add you get minus 5, when you multiply you get minus 6. So what are these factors? So as we have gone through that, so let's try minus 6 and then 1 times minus 6 is minus 6. 1 plus minus 6 minus 5. We then break the middle term. So we have x squared minus 6x plus x minus 6 is equal to 0 to x minus 1 minus 6 plus 1 x minus 6 0. So as we have x minus 6 times x plus 1 is equal to 0. So this implies that x minus 6 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. We solve for x in each case. So this x is equal to 6 or x is equal to minus 2. The value of x is equal to minus 1 and 6. Let's look at this one too. We have to find the solution set of 3x squared minus 11x minus 20 is equal to 0. So we first factorize. 3 times minus 20 is minus 60. Then we pick two factors of minus 60. When we multiply, we get minus 60. And when we add, we get minus 60. So let's try minus 15 and 4. Minus 15 times 4 is minus 60. Then minus 15 plus 4 is minus 11. So this implies that 3x squared minus 15x plus 4x minus 20 is equal to 0. So then 3x out, we have x minus 5 plus 4 out, x minus 5 is equal to 0. So we have x minus 5 and then 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. Based on that principle, x minus 5 is equal to 0 or 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. In each case, x is equal to 5 here, or 3x is equal to minus 4. So this, you divide both sides by 3, so your x is minus 4 on 3. So we were asked to find the solution set. So you put your answer in set form. So x is such that x is equal to minus 4 on 3 and then 5. That is the solution set. Next is find x on y if x squared minus xy minus 6y squared is equal to 0. Let's see how you are going to do it. You can pause the video and try this one. Okay, so it's the normal factorization that we are going to do. Coefficient here is 1, coefficient here is minus 6. So 1 times minus 6, which is minus 6. Then you find two factors that when you multiply, you get minus 6. When you add, you get minus. So let's try minus 3. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So this implies that x squared minus 3xy plus 2xy minus 6y squared is equal to 0. The like terms 3xy. So which one is common? X is common here. X minus 3y plus 2y is common. X minus 3y. Then x minus 3y times x plus 2y is equal to 0, which implies that x minus 3y is equal to 0, or x plus 2y is equal to 0. X will be equal to 3y. And then we have to find x on y. So we divide both sides by y. So this y will cancel. We have x on y here to be 3. So x will be equal to, send this one to the right hand side, 2y. Since we want x on y, so this will cancel. We have x on y. So therefore, x on y will be equal to minus 2 and 3. Thank you very much, viewers, for watching this video. In case you have not subscribed, kindly click on the subscribe button